On set, we have Ronnie Bornstein, Japan-Israel Chamber of Commerce Chairman, as well as Tal Reshef, Asia Business Consultant. Thank you both very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Tal, let us start with you here. Let's talk about Abenomics and the three-pronged approach to righting the Japanese economy. Do you expect to see any fruit from this approach?
Let me be a bit direct about this point. It seems all the indications that we have show that the Abenomics clearly is dead, is a dead horse. I mean, a lot was invested in it, many hopes, a lot of resources, plans, vision, but it seems like Japan is not able to carry it anymore. And I hear many analysts say from the beginning there was not a real chance that it will succeed.
All right. Well, Ronnie, what about you here? We have seen that Israel and Japan relations have seen a sort of thawing in recent years. And just even last year, we saw the Prime Minister visit Israel in Jerusalem. How did that go, and how has this relationship evolved since then?
Actually, we are, optimistic. As you said, Mr. Abe visited here in Jerusalem last January. Netanyahu visited in Japan. I participated also in one of the delegations. So, you know, in every crisis, there is also an opportunity. And for Israel, I think it's an opportunity. Why? Because Japan traditionally have been a little bit restricted in all the deals they did, with us in the past. But now they understand they have to be more open. So they are looking for technology, innovations. And Israel certainly is a place for that.
Interesting. And Tal, what about Japan versus China? Of course, China is already a strong trading partner for Israel. How does Japan compare?
Japan is a potential that was not achieved yet. I mean, our volume of commerce with them reaches, Ronnie, please correct me if I'm wrong, something like 2 billion a year, combining export and import altogether. It is nothing compared to the potential of trade with Japan. While with China, even though over there also we have a long way to go, more potential to exploit, but we are doing much better. It is reaching already 10 billion. So Japan, I have the feeling that something was missed on the way, and people like Ronnie can add a lot of help in order to reach it better in the future.
Do you expect that relationship will improve in the coming years?
Yeah, we see an improvement. I think it's almost $3 billion. You are right. There's a lot way to go. And I think Israelis understand, and also the Japanese. We have big investment like Israeli companies like Teva, Iskar. They build their plants in Japan. They invest a lot of money. They employ like thousands of people there. And some other Israelis will come. There's a big delegation coming next month, headed by Dr. Kobayashi, one of the most important organizations in the economy of Japan. And he, by the way, studied in Jerusalem when he was a student. So they understand the importance of Israel, and the Nissan vice president and many others. So we will see. I think we will see more investments coming to Israel.
Well, let's talk a bit about culture. Of course, Israel is very well regarded for its startup culture. It's very creative. And yet, at the same time, we know Japan is often revered as a more disciplined sort of culture. Is this a setup for clashes?
Again, it's an opportunity, because we Israelis, we are kind of out of the box thinking, yes, as they say, startup nation, etc. The Japanese are very, but don't misunderstand them. They know exactly what they do, but it's a different way, as a seniority society and all the organization, the big organizations. So there is a lot, way for cooperations, I think, to take from the others, to learn from the others.
To take the pros and cons, what would you say, Tal?
I agree. And I think that, yes, on one hand, this is a big opportunity because we bring an added value that they do not have, and they bring an added value that we do not have. They are more disciplined, they are more organized, therefore they are much better than us in production, in world organization, reaching markets and so on. On the other hand, we have much more enthusiastic minds that think out of the box, as Ronnie said, and we are able to create and invent and innovate things that the Japanese, which are much more conservative, do not reach it. They are excellent in producing, in making, in doing. We are excellent in inventing, combining the two together. The sky is the limit.
Well, I did some research on this and saw that the areas of hot interest for Japan and Israel is cybersecurity, IT, and medical equipment. How much does that reflect the strengths of Israel, and how much is that the needs of Japan currently?
Yeah, you are right. Cyber is, I think, one of the top issues here. And you know, in Japan, you have the Olympic Games 2020. And there's a lot of thinking how to protect Japan from cyber. I know that Israel is contributing to that. I mean, don't underestimate the Japanese capabilities. We visited the organized committee. I visited them, and we saw what they're doing, and it's really impressive. But Israel certainly can contribute to that.
Well, goodbye. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.